Hi, welcome to reading Lotus Sutra Rhymed for recitation by me, Tinaji Yogini. I'm sitting in front of a temple that's said to be older than Angkor Wat nearby here in Cambodia, a Hindu temple. A sacred site. There's a Buddhist temple on the grounds as well, a new one being built, and a school right next door. You might hear the school children outside playing. Looks like a lot of fun. And today we're on chapter 16. The effect of learning Buddha's immortality. So in chapter 15, Buddha said, I'm always here. I just make myself rare so that people are motivated to study, motivated to take the medicine, as he used in his parable of the good physician. Chapter 16. During this exposition on Tathagata's life expectancy, innumerable, countless creatures profited immensely. Addressing Bodhisattva Mahasattva Maitreya, the Lord said, 6,800,000 myriads of creatures profited. Note, Ajita, that bodhisattvas in numbers rivaling Ganga river grains acquired the faculty to acquiesce to the law that has no origin. Perfect memory and concentration has blessed many more. These sages outnumber sand grains from 1,000 river shores. To other bodhisattva mahasattvas an unhampered view has come, as many as there are atoms of dust on 1/3 of a macrocosm. Moreover, 2/3 of a macrocosm worth of atoms of dust grains equal those who have advanced the wheel that never rolls back again. A number equaling all the atoms in an entire known universe have, by hearing this, advanced the wheel of spotless radiance. Others, equaling dust atoms in a small universe, advance so far they need only take 8 births. Others, equaling the atoms from 4 continents, need only 4 births before their enlightenment. Others need 3 births, some 2, some just 1. Others, on the other hand, have finally just begun. Bodhisattva Mahasattvas equaling atoms in 8 macrocosms conceived the idea of supreme perfect enlightenment for them. After this accounting, a heavy rain of flowers showered from heaven, covering the millions of myriads of kotis of Buddhas, overwhelming them. The flowers covered Lord Shakyamuni and Prabhuparatna as they fell, along with the bodhisattvas and 4 classes of listeners as well. Dust from sandalwood and woods of the gods filled the air with fragrance, whilst higher up in the firmament, drums began to sound with resonance. Silken scarves, jewelry, gems, and jewels hung like garlands on every side, while bejeweled censers wafted incense magically, all about the sky. Bodhisattva Mahasattvas held jewel umbrellas high above, shading the Tathagatas and extending high up to Brahma's abode. They celebrated the Buddhas with appropriate stanzas, singing sacred hymns and chanting lovely phrases. Then Maitreya weighed in, recapping the effect of the exposition, pronouncing the leader's majesty and his lifetime's great duration. He said, hearing the law imparted by Shugata in his presence had filled thousands of kotis of his sons with pervasive gladness. He noted some had attained supreme enlightenment with no return. Others gained an unhampered view, and others great concentration. Countless had obtained supreme knowledge of Buddha, and after 8 more births they'd become Tathagatas. Others needed only 4 births, some even fewer incarnations, as a result of learning the Tathagata's immortal lifespan duration. Innumerable beings now conceive the idea of enlightenment as a result of hearing the Tathagata's lifetime has no limits. Thousands of varieties of heavenly beings came hither to rain flowers and sing tidings of our great leader. Fragrant woods and silken cloths are also raining down. Incense dispensers move themselves magically around. Innumerable bodhisattvas hold bejeweled umbrellas high above. Tathagata's sons hang streamers, raise staves, and sing their love. It is a marvelous, extraordinary, splendid, great, joyful celebration in the 10 points of space by all beings who heard the exposition. This is the most extraordinary and grand expression of cheer by the many beings gladdened upon hearing you, dear leader. In 10 points of space, many were newly awakened to pursue or refreshed in their enlightenment quest and gifted with virtue. The Lord addressed Maitreya and agreed with him, adding that merit was earned by hearers of this exposition. Those beings living in my lifetime who've just a little bit heard, putting a moment's trust in my teaching, belief in just one word, will benefit greatly. Listen to the momentous merit one can gain if they be young men and ladies of good family during my reign. Take someone who pursues enlightenment for thousands of eons, practicing charity, morality, forbearance, effort, and meditation, compared to someone during my lifetime who hears Dharma just once and believes just a little, trusting the lesson for even a brief sentence. The earnest one who accumulated the merit of 5 perfections, coming to full accomplishment after 8 million eons, earns less than 1/100th of part of the merit, while the latter gains so much you can't count it. There is no comparison, approximation, or calculation. The merit is so great one can't miss supreme illumination. The Lord then uttered memorable verses, to wit, "Let men seeking this knowledge practice this. To pursue superior Buddha knowledge, practice the 5 virtues for 8,000 of kotis of eons, and give generous alms too. Sing the praises of the wandering wise men and charitable saints. Give them food, drink, and clothing, and provide a lodging place. Help them build retreat centers and beautiful monasteries. Create lush convent gardens, forest paths, and sanctuaries. Do this for thousands of kotis of eons, offering generosity. Then direct your mind to enlightenment determinedly. For the sake of Buddha knowledge, keep pure moral precepts, recommended by those acknowledged as wise and adept. Be steady and meek, cultivate memory, and don't be discouraged by the contemptuous and prideful who will hurt and disparage. Stay studious and focused. Meditate without any distractions. Remain zealous and motivated for many thousands of eons. Whether taking refuge in a forest or adopting the wandering life, avoid laziness and inertia. Continue toward enlightenment to strive. The philosopher who finds delight in meditation must concentrate for 8,000 kotis of eons in order to attain this state. He must keep all knowingness always in the crosshairs, aiming and striving with great effort in order to get there. In these manners, seekers must spend thousands of kotis of eons to accrue the merit a being gains when they see me and listen. If they believe for a single moment in the lesson I teach, it won't matter if they vacillate or doubt after I leave. The merit upon hearing my Dharma Paryaya is endless. Those who've practiced many lifetimes also get benefits. Those who've practiced won't be startled or feel any fear when they hear about my inconceivably long lifetime here. They will bow their heads and pray to themselves earnestly, may I also attain in order to help many beings become free. Lord Shakyamuni, lion of the Shakya race, prayed with all his might that he might attain, be honored, and teach many during a long life. Those possessed of firm intention, schooled in the basics, will suffer no uncertainty, knowing the truth known to mystics. Remember, Ajita, that hearing this Dharma Paryaya from me will produce an immeasurable accumulation of merit for thee. Moreover, those who memorize it, read it, and understand, who seek to share this with others and help them comprehend, if they write or collect it, honor and respect it, worship it with flowers, powder, cloth, or incense, light oil lamps, hang streamers, or buy umbrellas, will gain merit and gain knowledge of the Buddhas. Remember, Ajita, that young men and women of good family who hear this exposition during Tathagata's life will most decidedly witness me here upon Vulture Peak, surrounded by disciples, as well as this glorious host of honorable great bodhisattvas. They will behold my Buddha land right here in this Saha world, a checkerboard of lapis lazuli framed by gold and trees and jewels. If these young people of good family can attest to this vision, one may know if they have true faith, even after my extinction. Those who joyfully accept Dharma Paryaya, read and memorize, compile it into a volume, and bear it on their shoulder high. They need not fashion shrines or establish religious centers, or give alms or undertake pilgrimage to visit my relics either. Building stupas of 7 precious substances miles into the sky, with a circumference in proportion, and all the decorations besides, like umbrellas and streamers, tinkling bells and beautiful baskets, flower garlands, incense, powder cloths, perfumes and ointments, sounding bells and cymbals and drums and castanets, singing songs, dancing dances, and other acts of worship, building and offering and celebrating for thousands of kotis and eons, plus keeping this Dharmapariyaya memory after my extinction by writing and reading and disseminating it broadly, while still building spacious, well-endowed monasteries, making temples of red sandalwood with 32 pinnacles, 8 stories high, with cells for thousands of monastic disciples, providing flower gardens and lovely pathways, smooth underfoot, good things to eat and drink, medicine for the sick, and every comfort, performing these acts for 100 or 10,000 kotis at least, nay, 10 times 100,000 kotis. He will then see my face. However, he who keeps this Dharmapariyaya after my extinction need not build stupas or monasteries or join a congregation. Good people can keep this Dharmapariyaya and crown it with the 6 perfections, and thus accumulate so much merit. This merit is so immense, incalculable, infinite, and unbounded. It might be compared to the element of ether, all of space all around. The person who keeps, reads, writes, or causes this sutra to be written will gain unlimited merit conducive to obtaining ultimate Buddha wisdom. Naturally, Ajita, they will be zealous in worshiping Tathagata shrines. They will honor disciples, bodhisattvas, and mahasattvas all the time. They will expound to others while practicing forbearance and morality. They will be agreeable, tolerant, modest, not jealous, and never angry. Such a son or daughter will have good memory and always stay busy, dedicated to frequent meditation, faithful with all these good qualities. In fact, they will easily be able to solve dilemmas and questions, living free of the myriad millions of doubts and free of hesitation. Bodhisattva mahasattvas who keep this Dharmapariyaya will also have the qualities just described by Tathagata. Wherever a young man or lady of good family begins their journey toward the terrace of enlightenment, they make that place holy. The place of that first footstep, and wherever they walk or sit, should become a shrine dedicated to the Tathagata, a relic. Gods and men alike should worship this stupa to the Lord. Then Shakyamuni Buddha uttered poetic, beautiful words. As I have repeatedly mentioned, after I go extinct, you should strive. There is a mass of merit to be gained for those who keep this sutra alive. In this way, precious substances will be assembled into giant temples, towering up to Brahma's heavenly abode and decorated with jewels. Triumphal streamers and rows of umbrellas and streaming silk bands will decorate the stupa, while clear bells ring throughout the land. He will have shown great honor with flowers, perfumes, and clothes. Music will be performed, and lighted lamps everywhere will glow. The one who keeps and teaches this during the period of deprivation will have paid me such infinitely varied worship and great devotion. He will have built millions of monasteries of sandalwood, with 32 pinnacles and 8 terraces provided with food, with comfortable seating and thousands of furnished rooms, and inviting garden paths delightfully revealing lovely blooms. By keeping the sutra, a person shows manifold worship to the host of my disciples long after I become extinct. Much greater merit will he obtain if he keeps or writes this lesson. Should he ask another to write this sutra, it's an excellent commission. Worship this volume with flowers, garlands, and ointments. Burn incense and light candles and offer blooming lotuses. By worshiping these books, he will produce merit so immense, multiplied by cultivating qualities of meekness and patience. He should be moral, devoted, studious, and addicted to meditation, never treacherous, neglectful, conceited, or displaying irritation. He should be reverent in the sanctuary, respectful toward devotees, with compassion for all living beings, sensible, wise, and friendly. He should provide appropriate instruction at the right time and place. Such a man will gain immeasurable, indescribable merit and grace. If you meet such a person, be sure to pay sincere homage to them. Present flowers and bow your head toward their feet with reverence. Proceed from the conviction that they are very precious. Imagine such a person is headed toward the very precipice. Believe that they are a Tathagata going toward the foot of the tree, that they will arrive at superior enlightenment and help set others free. Wherever such a sage should walk, stand, sit, or lie down, and pronounce but a stanza of this sutra, there, bow down. Build a shrine there for the highest of men to bow and venerate. Dedicate it to Lord Buddha and worship it in manifold ways. That spot has been enjoyed by me. I walk there myself too. Wherever that son of Buddha has stayed, I am present. It is true. May you know peace, peace, peace. It is so noisy with the children. Oh my goodness, it'll be interesting to see how the sound quality is.